want y'all to watch this video real quick of a black woman by the name of Mary, who is 80 years old, tell her story of what a title pawn company did to her by the name of Title Max. Check it out.
They just keep going up instead of going down. It doesn't make no sense.
Mary Glass has already paid nearly $5,000 back towards the $6,000 she borrowed from Title Max last year. But her debt has only grown. Her interest rate is 152%. She now owes Title Max more than $11,000.
I know I'm going to have to pay them. I don't mind paying them what I borrow, but just keep adding on. You know, I'll be owing them people till I die.
So as you saw and heard her explain, she basically took out a $6,000 loan, paid $5,000 back, and all of a sudden she owes $11,000. Now it also sounds like she had an interest rate of 152%, which is like, what? It is through the roof, right? And so that seems to be a little bit predatory, which it is, right? In my opinion, I'm just saying my opinion, it is very predatory. So as she said, I will be paying this off until I die. Now, the state of Georgia, they are trying to pass a House Bill 300, which basically says that a company like Title Max, since they're saying that they are a pawn type company, they need to act as a pawn company. So basically, if you were to go to the pawn shop, you say, hey, I need to pawn this ring, I need some money. So the pawn shop will take the ring and then they'll give you some money and they'll attach a little bit of interest, but not that much. But what they're trying to say is, okay, Title Max, since you are a pawn shop in a sense, then when a person comes to borrow the money, you need to take the car and then you give it back to them once they pay it off. Because it doesn't sound like they're really regulated. They can kind of charge whatever interest they want right now. And so we'll wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, that's very wrong. Somebody, is coming to get a loan. But I think it should be said that most people know that places like that are very predatory. They have very high interest rates. And a lot of times what they do, because I used to be a personal banker, is just say, great, give us your checking account number. And you just make a payment every 2 weeks and everything is fine. They give you the money right away, right? Okay. Now, what if you cannot afford to pay? Because again, the prices or the amount that you need to pay back rather is pretty high oftentimes. So a lot of times if people are going to get money from a title pawn shop, it's because they need the money and they're probably not doing well. So when you miss a payment, they continue to dig into your bank account and they can every 2 weeks, they withdraw. Now, sometimes people have their bank accounts set up to where there is not a stoppage per se, where there's an overdraft protection. So that money will keep being drawn. And so Title Max will get their money and the bank will say, well, the money wasn't there. We got to charge you a fee now for overdraft. So that money continues to compile. Not only do they want their money, the bank wants their money, and you're just in a continuing cycle of debt. A lot of people just don't know that. So if you ask me and my not so humble opinion, try to go somewhere other than a Title Max. Now, I want to say this before I leave. It is a known fact that they set up in our communities, oftentimes the black community. You see all the pawn shops, the checking the cashes, the Title Maxes and things like that. Because in a way, in my opinion, it's very predatory. They know a lot of times that there's a hardship in our communities. And yeah, people are going to pawn their cars per se, right? Or their jewelry or whatever it is that they have of value. But if you go into any white neighborhood, you're not going to see that. If you do, it's probably one here and there, but not spread all over like you do in our community. So we need to think about the people we vote for. We need to start going to the city planning meetings, because that's where they decide if a pawn shop is going to go, and I should say another pawn shop is going to go into the black community, right? So you show up and say, no, we have enough. Let's put something of substance there. We don't need anything else that's predatory and that's going to prey on our 80-year-old, probably great grandmothers at this point. So hopefully she gets it resolved, and hopefully, Georgia passes that bill. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.